I'm Jacob.
And I'm George.
And welcome back to J&J's Lowdown. Nerds Day.
Nerds Day.
So we talked about tech last week.
Yep.
We did the Cracker Challenge.
Yeah.
Last week.
Last
on
show.
Tuesday. So today is just nerds. It's just nerds. I wish I had the candy to like shake around when I say that. I love nerds. The grape are my favorite.
Yeah, the strawberry was mine.
Oh, you're one of those. So like if we bought a pack, then I could just hand you half and I get half.
You could.
That works out.
I don't like grape. Reminds me of going to church.
Because of the communion?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I always like the crackers.
Yeah, the crackers are great.
They were great.
Yeah, the grape juice I wasn't that big fan of.
Anyway, so on to the topics. How do we get into these tangents? I don't understand. Anyway, Nerds Day. So we want to talk about a few things gaming.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we've been talking about the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox coming out. PlayStation 5 is having some issues with their pricing.
They can't get it together.
Well, it's not so much they can't get it together. The problem is that we've got the next gen in gaming and the next gen in smartphones, and they're using the same technology.
I know.
So you've got this the DRAM and the NAND flash memory is being used by both PlayStation and by these smartphones coming out for the 5G and stuff like that. They've got to have that speed. So there is a competition, kind of a war of who's getting this tech. And so Sony is having a hard time getting what they need.
For the price they need it?
For the price they need it to keep it low. Now, it's rumored they're trying to keep it below $500.
Ooh.
Right? I mean, I'm not going to tell you, I was thinking $800.
At least.
So if it's only $500, I mean, I can save that up.
Well,
I'm getting a Series X. What can I tell you?
Well, if Xbox can keep it, if the Series X is $500, I mean, there's just they're going to sell millions of them.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing too with consoles. This is something a lot of people don't realize. I know gamers do. Gamers know this because we've gone over this 100 times in different forums, but consoles aren't where they make the money.
Right.
The creators of these consoles, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, they try to get the console to a certain price, to make it at a certain price, and then they'll raise the price to sell by such an incremental amount that literally the only thing that they're paying for is the cost of shipping it out.
Right. Yeah, they sell it cheap. It's the accessories, the games. That's where they make their money.
I think the original Xbox One, when it shipped out, it had a price tag, I think $500 or $600, and it cost the company like $50 less to actually make it.
Yeah,
was what Microsoft said. They're making a $50 profit off of the console, off each console. Let's say 1 million consoles sell. Sure, they're making $50 million.
Yeah, but
you got to think the cost of all the parts, of all the shipping, of all the employees during that time. They're probably losing money. $65 million during that time.
Yeah.
For all the people who are working on this console, and then of course upgrading it to the Xbox Slim, the Xbox Series, the Xbox X,
360, and then going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then all the like internal stuff they do. So consoles don't really make them any money. Now it's all the first party stuff they drop, all the peripherals, all the games,
the Game Pass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's just constant revenue that just rolls in.
Our current favorite game right now is on Game Pass. A lot of great games on Game Pass this month, and I need to get back on it.
Yeah, there really is.
I'm going to start doing, outside of what we do here, I'm going to start doing a Game Pass Monday, I think, where I just talk about what's new in Game Pass at the beginning of each month. So that is something we're going to be doing, because I know that Game Pass kind of gets lost in some of the stuff we do on this channel.
Yeah.
Because there's so much to Game Pass. There's so much we do outside of this that it just gets lost. So I'm going to start working on kind of focusing on Game Pass one day out of the month. So, but I'm trying to see if there's everything I got here. But yeah, so with Xbox Series X launching, PlayStation 5 launching, Sony is doing something they normally haven't done. Normally they let us know the price of their next console generally early in the year before launch, so people can be getting ready for it. I think last year they announced it in February.
Yeah.
Or last gen, I think. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it was around February or March.
Yeah, because it's close to that.
I think they're going to be holding out until. I just heard. I just read it somewhere. They have like their conference or something they do that they're going to be holding out and then telling us what it is then. So hopefully they can keep it low. At this point, I don't know. They may drop it to where they're actually losing money on it.
Yeah, just to build up for the clientele.
Yeah, because you don't want to put it out of reach.
Well, because they got xCloud coming out. I mean, they've got...
Well, that's Xbox.
Yeah, well, that's
Sony
what I'm
doesn't
talking
have
about,
that.
Xbox, Yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of their View service and they're focusing on gaming. So, excuse me. All them crackers. Dudes. We filmed the cracker video right before this one. I still got cracker. Oh, anyway. It was fun.
It was fun.
I did end up eating the other 4 crackers for any of you who watched the other video.
Yeah.
I ate them in between.
Just get them done.
Yeah. I'm a glutton for punishment, like I said. But anyway, so this pricing issue with PlayStation. Microsoft kind of has... They have some proprietary parts, so they're probably going to be able to keep the pricing. If they keep it under $500...
Oh, I mean...
it's right there. It's ready for the consumers.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's something we haven't thought about. You remember early on when we were doing videos... on the couch.
Yeah.
Those terrible videos we were doing.
Yes.
So, and our videos are definitely getting better, but the videos we did, we talked about the Project Scarlet, Project Anaconda, Project Lockhart.
Right.
So we know now that Series X is the Anaconda platform we were talking about.
Right.
Lockhart was the slightly less powerful hardware that was being worked on as a kind of a
cheaper version.
Yeah, cheaper, more economical, more available to get a price point. They wanted it to be around the same power as an Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
And I think the idea is they want to phase out Xbox One early.
Yeah.
Instead of having... Because if you can phase it out properly so that everybody is working on one system, then you won't have a game coming out on the One and then a game coming out on the Series X.
Yeah.
And I think
compatibility issue just makes it much better.
Well, it's better monetarily for both the developer.
Yep.
Because the developer doesn't have to spend extra money on the actual building it for 2 different systems. They don't have to build it for that. Plus, it helps out the actual console owner, Microsoft, because they don't have the worry of shipping for 2 different ones, paying the developer for 2 different ones. Yeah. So it helps.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
So Lockhart, we talked about it before, was supposed to be this kind of a bridge. About the same power as the Xbox. I keep saying Series X. The Xbox One X.
Yeah.
They've got to get around this X thing. Like,
they're stuck on the X.
Like, I thought it sounded fantastic in the beginning, but now I'm saying Xbox Series One X, Xbox Series X, Xbox One X, Xbox One Slim, Xbox One All Digital, Xbox Series X All Digital.
Right.
Sorry, I had to get back together. But anyway, so the Lockhart is going to be this series Xbox One X bridge. Is going to be about as powerful as Xbox One X. And hopefully what this means is that they can create a lower price point for this hardware that will allow people to still get Xbox Series X games, Xbox Series X, xCloud, and console streaming, Game Pass, but maybe not have the full 4K or 8K capabilities of the new console generation.
Yeah.
It'll bridge the gap. It'll allow people to still use the new gaming, but maybe it'll drop the quality a little bit.
Yeah, it's like buying a base model of a vehicle.
Yeah, I would say like a base model. You just get the stuff that comes standard.
Yep.
And then the Series X is like the luxury car.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, for now.
I agree.
Yeah, I think if they do it this way, it's a really smart move for them.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people said, well, this doesn't make sense because why would you make 2 consoles? You're just kind of cutting your consumer base in half, but you're not. Mm-hmm. The consumer base, like me and him, who are gamers, who are hardcore adult gamers who buy our own stuff, are going to go for the Series X.
Absolutely.
We're going to go for the hardware, the high hardware. But for their kids, the parents who want to get for their kids, for my kids who destroy everything, including a Switch the first week they have it. We don't need to talk about this. The Lockhart is going to be a great way to get them into the new generation so that y'all can play games together. So you got the backwards compatibility.
Right.
You've got the new gen, but you have it at a cheaper price. And the great thing is, what if your kid doesn't already have an Xbox One? Well, the Lockhart's going to be, hopefully, going to be within a price range of a standard Xbox One X, Series X, Xbox One X.
Sure.
Whatever the term is. We're just going to say from now on, the Xbox One. For heretofore after known as the One. It's going to be a great way for parents to get your kid this new gen without having to break the bank to get you one, your kid one, this other kid one.
Yeah, I mean, it'd just be easier.
Yeah. And you won't have to worry about, well, I could get him a refurbished one, or I could get him this. Just get him the new gen. It's going to cost you maybe $50 to $100 less.
Yeah.
But even still, with this coming out, the Xbox One is going to drop price.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's all around, it's a good idea. We're just going to see how it plays out. But I think it's a fantastic idea for the economic structure that we have.
I look forward for them to really start releasing some true price guides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. And I think we went way over time on that. But honestly, we just had to.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had to.
It was needed.
But I've got to talk about this. We're going to make this super brief. You can check it out on your own. Back in the 90s, there was a rumor that Sony and Nintendo were working together. Now, I don't know if you remember much about it. You may.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. It's a vague memory of an idea that was, it's kind of like when you go to sleep and you think you see heaven, but you really don't. It's the same thing. Sony and Nintendo working together in the 90s to create a CD add-on for the Super Nintendo.
Right.
And of course, the idea was they would make this CD add-on, and then they would have their own system. That system's name was the PlayStation. Not the one we know of, 2 words, PlayStation. Okay? The Nintendo PlayStation. I know, it sounds like this crazy fever dream.
It's weird.
It is. But it's a true thing. Sony and Nintendo were in works, but right before it got announced, or I think right as it got announced, Nintendo decided to work with this other company to make their own CD system called the Philips CDI. And what Nintendo did there was create one of the worst systems ever made.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was. Mm-hmm. It was so, I mean, I don't know of anybody that had one.
I don't.
I knew people that had a 3DO.
Yeah.
But I never saw anybody with a Philips. I thought I turned my volumes off. Anyway, I never knew of anybody that had a Philips CDI. I turned off media and turned anything else off. Genius. But yeah, it's true. It was called the Nintendo PlayStation, and it was to create Super Disc format was the name of it. And it was going to play disc-based games and music CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because that was the big thing in the 90s.
Yeah, and then the separate system developed by Sony to play both cartridges and discs named the Nintendo PlayStation. Now, so it was a day after they announced a partnership that Sony announced it. Nintendo said, "Hey, we're working with Philips to make a CD-based gaming console," and it was the abomination, Philips CDI. 3 years later, PlayStation was launched by Sony.
Yep.
And I don't know if anybody remembers, but after the PlayStation came out, after Xbox came out, because you got so PlayStation came
first. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because before it was really just Nintendo.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, Nintendo was the gaming console. I mean, there was Atari, but nobody talks about it.
And you always had your PC gamers. I mean, that was
well, there's always the PC master race, but Nintendo, and then PlayStation came out with this CD-based system that could do so much more. I mean, you had 3 CD games.
Yes,
the first real epic RPGs were developed on this.
Yeah,
PlayStation had Final Fantasy VII.
Sure was.
So Nintendo really, literally, there's no better way to say this, but they screwed the pooch on this.
They did.
And 3 years later, I think it was in '97, PlayStation came out, and PlayStation 2 hit, Xbox hit, Nintendo faltered.
Yeah,
they had the GameCube, and it was.
And you didn't really hear anything from Nintendo for many years.
There was the Nintendo 64.
Yeah,
you remember?
Yeah.
But then when the Nintendo 64 came out, by then you had the Xbox and stuff.
That's right.
It was. I mean, by the time Nintendo decided to go CD was already something they weren't capable of holding.
Right.
And to this day, they're still not as well off as PlayStation and Sony.
No.
The Switch has nowhere near the graphical capabilities. It's a fantastic system. I'm not going to say anything otherwise.
It's great.
But the Wii was the first system that Nintendo had since the Nintendo 64. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm going to get a lot of people saying stuff in comments because of the GameCube, but just hear me out. The Wii was the first system that people went, we need that.
Yeah.
Since the Nintendo 64.
I agree.
So, and then the Wii U.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody bought the Wii U.
No.
But yeah, so there were rumored 200. We get so off topic.
I know.
There were rumored 200 prototypes of this Nintendo PlayStation developed. Only one of them apparently has survived and is out in public. And you can have it.
You can buy it?
You can. It's on auction right now. You can actually look it up. I actually looked it up right for this video. It is on auction. You can buy it. George, do you have $300,000 laying around?
Not for that.
So yeah, the current bid on it, the current minimum bid is $310. Literally right before this video, it's Sunday. We're filming it on Sunday. But right before this video, I checked. It was $310 was the minimum bid.
$310,000.
Yep, for a system that apparently does work. They played one round or a couple rounds of Mortal Kombat.
Oh wow!
And listened to some music.
There you have it.
Because who has CDs anymore?
Yeah, I know.
Man, I guess you could burn some to play on there.
I would have to go buy some to burn them. I don't even function on CDs.
But we have, okay, so we've got like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make this super quick. Sorry, you should check out the Nintendo PlayStation. Fantastic. Philips CDI is terrible. New games coming out. Neo 2. For those of you who played the first one, it's a prequel to Neo. It's a Dark Souls-like game with stamina bars and all that. It's coming out on March 13th on the PlayStation 4 only. MLB The Show is coming out March 17th on PlayStation 4. Yeah, I always like the MLB series.
Yeah, they were great.
RBI Baseball 20 is coming out March 17th. 2 baseball games. But this one is on PS4, Xbox, Switch, iOS, and Android. So we're going to have to download it to see how that plays on our phones. Because Modern Warfare, or not Modern Warfare, Call of Duty is amazing.
It's great.
Animal Crossing New Horizons, March 20th on the Switch. That's going to be an awesome re-release.
Yeah, that's good.
Doom 64 and Doom Eternal. Doom 64 is a re-release of the 1997 masterpiece, 1998 masterpiece. I don't remember. Hold on.
97.
97, yes. Which is an amazing game. They're both coming out for PS4, Xbox, Stadia, and PC. Doom Eternal is just more gore, more Doom. That's really all it is. Got some great multiplayer modes, including an evasion-like thing if you play Dark Souls. Man, I'm going super fast and I'm sorry.
If you buy Eternal, you might get 64 with it.
Yes, it is a pre-order bonus on that, or you can buy it separate. And then Half-Life Alyx has finally been announced for PC March 23rd.
Oh, great.
Yes. So that's coming to the VR scene. I know everybody is super excited to get to play as Alyx.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited for all the games coming out. I know for a fact I'm going to be getting Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Because I love Doom. Doom 64 was amazing too. Anybody that played it, really, that was one of the best ones
that came out.
Yeah. I like the one that just came out too, but the one that came out for Xbox is also great.
Yeah.
The problem is they're all named Doom.
I know.
So, anyway, great games coming out. Sorry we had to rush through the end. We got a little excited over the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Lockhart. But y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure to comment and subscribe. Click the notification bell. Check out our Twitter, Twitch.
Yep.
Thank you. A lot of great stuff. I feel like I'm Russian. Is there something I forgot? I know my heart's just
You're not
pounding
Russian.
now.
You're American.
Okay, and on that, we're going to end the video. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank y'all so much for joining us on Nerds Day.
Take care.
Take care.